All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, an all-new episode you don't want to miss tonight. It's going to be a Wrestlemania episode. Nelson Torres here, along with the goddess of music herself, Caroleen.
What's poppin'?
And it's going to be a very interesting, no matches tonight, but we definitely have a lot of things to talk about.
Yes, all of the tea, all of the drama, all the escandalo of WrestleMania is going to be on this episode tonight.
As much as I can fit in 28 minutes. So with that, Wrestling Outlaws starts now. All right. Nelson, your teeth is fine, Caroline.
You just want to make sure.
All right, well, first things first.
You want to look like a whore, not a slut.
There you go.
There's a difference.
And with that, Nelson Torres here this week, as always, ladies and gentlemen. We just have a new intro. What do you think of it, Caroline?
Very fancy, very 4K, very demure, mindful.
And the music, that little rock and roll thing going.
Yeah, very demure, very mindful, very professional, very 4K.
Oh, yes.
It's giving high def.
There you go.
There you go.
A meaning of def.
It's giving high definition.
There you go. Well, tonight, as we mentioned, we are going to talk about WrestleMania. The trip I had about a week and a half ago, and I'm sure you were in New York, of course, Caroline.
Yes, I was watching in the comfort of my bed, and it was awesome, to say the least. And as we all know, WrestleMania happened on Easter weekend, which happened to be, the resurrection of our Lord, but more importantly, 420.
But speaking of 420, here's a picture of me celebrating 420. It says Mania 420. Shout out to the mysterious producer for that. So that's kind of funny. Yeah. So I did smoke a little weed in Vegas for Mania.
Yeah. See, everybody likes to celebrate 420. It's like everybody's Christmas, birthday, Kwanzaa, Festivus. But to me, I celebrated 366 days out of the year, and I'm including the leap years. So every day is 420.
You smoke? You ever taken a break?
Yeah, it's called a week before my birthday. It's called a week before my birthday. That's the tea break.
There you go. All right, so we're going to kick off with something where we put it in exclusively on YouTube. And if you haven't done it yet, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. And like you say, like and subscribe and share, right?
Yep, if you're watching this, thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for notifications for all WTF Wrestling Outlaw content.
Yes, and the reason I say this because we had an exclusive the one Friday during Wrestlemania Weekend where Angelo Vega unveiled a new championship belt.
Okay.
Very not just fancy 4K, but very fancy in general.
Pinkies up, fancy.
Or one like from Roman Reigns,
You can do the finger, but I'm a lady, so pinkies up.
There you go. So with that, let's show you what Angelo's been anticipating for weeks, or actually for a few days, of the brand new WTF World Heavyweight Championship that we unveiled a while back. Let's check it out.
Well, the time is upon us. This is an exclusive for WTF Wrestling. I told the whole world there is only one undisputed WTF champion. Me, Angelo Vega. Come here, cameraman. Now, M&N sent this to JB Toys. And if you really want to know what it is, this is when you take the Universal title, the World title of WTF, and you make it into one. So without further ado, I give you my WTF Heavyweight Championship, undisputed of the world. Look at that. That is a belt fitting of a champion of my caliber. You only need one belt, one champion, and it's me, Angelo Vega, the icon of WTF. Check that out, folks. Look at the detail. Every design ever of WTF is within this belt. Brought to you by JB Toys. You can see it in the description and the bag. So yeah, M&N sent this to JB Toys and had this made. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, WTF is changed forever.
Wow.
Wow.
What do you think, Caroline?
Well, like the late, great Leslie Jordan once said, every trash can has its lid and every nozzle has its douche. So, happy for him.
That's a nice way to say it. That was a nice looking belt, though, by the way.
Oh, it's pretty.
We got that together. Shout out to JB Toys, by the way, who put that together.
Yes, shout out to y'all. But, you know, the belt is gorgeous. No tea, no shade, no strawberry lemonade. The belt is gorgeous. But like I said, every rose has its thorn. Every trash can has its lid. Every nozzle has its douche. So it just works for the world heavyweight champion, the undisputed Angelo Razorblade Vega.
Wow. Well put, Caroline. Hey, look, this was at Caesar's Palace at the time. And, you know, we decided to do it there at the Fountains of the Gods. So
he felt like an Adonis?
Yes. Or Ludus Adonis, shout out to him. Or just an Adonis in general.
More like a narcissist.
You said it, not me. So, and everybody's like, yeah, you can agree. Everybody seems to like the belt already, you know, but it's Angelo, so shout out to him, because I know he's watching, because we, like I said, we showed this.
Yes, we did.
And speaking of Angelo, while in Las Vegas, by the way, that was his first time ever in Las Vegas.
Ever in the West Coast.
In the West Coast, ever. And when you go to the West Coast, what do?
Smoke weed.
Besides that, get laid, that's a whole nother thing.
Avi.
Yeah.
Do dabs. Edibles.
Or try out In-N-Out Burger.
And go to Bat Country.
Well, that too. So, as I mentioned, Angelo has never been to the West Coast until just recently.
Hey, he popped his cherry.
Plus, he hasn't been in a plane in a few years. That was a fun experiment that we'll show a little bit later.
He popped his cherry. How apropos.
Yeah, right? So, with that, I told him, you got to try out In-N-Out Burger. You got to try out this. You got to do this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially when you tried out In-N-Out Burger before, right?
I have, along with Jack in the Box.
What do you think of In-N-Out Burger?
It's the best.
You love In-N-Out Burger?
I like In-N-Out Burger. It should come to the East Coast. It's a goddamn shame that it's not in the East Coast. It's bullshit. Along with Jack in the Box, too.
I like Jack in the Box.
And Del Taco, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Del Taco.
And shout out to Stanley in the studio, who's helping there too, among others, and M&N, and 924 Photos, by the way, too. You had In-N-Out Burger, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And you like it, right?
Shout out to
Or it's...
They gotta be easy on the salt. You gotta be easy on the salt.
That's all you gotta say.
The only thing I was tasting was salt. Come on, guys.
Shout out to my gang, Animal Fries. Gang, gang.
Yeah.
Gang, gang. You know who you are.
Well, let's check out Angelo's adventures of trying out In-N-Out Burger. So let's check that out.
All right.
Yeah, this is the combos right here. All right, so yeah, 3 of you.
Beautiful.
Angelo's showing off the belt at the In-N-Out Burger.
Here.
I'll do it with him. All right. That's the whole point of it.
We're actually not far away from Allegiant Stadium where this is taking. Look at this. Where WrestleMania is taking place. Look at this.
See? That's the real deal. Thank you.
See that? Angelo's look at that. You're impressing everybody.
How many times has this happened today? A lot.
See, look. We're the historic, I would like to call historic, In-N-Out Burger, one of the few locations, very close to the Allegiant Stadium, which is right over there. I can't get that. Let's see if we can get that. Good. So what's that? What are you pointing at?
Pointing at WrestleMania.
That's pointing at
The way they like to point.
point. He's trying to... Yeah, we're going to WrestleMania. Yep, and Angelo's about to eat his first In-N-Out Burger. He's doing, yeah, we're all the way from New York. You always heard about the legend of In-N-Out Burger so much.
You guys, East Coast, you ever eat In-N-Out?
I've eaten it before. He hasn't.
Oh, he has. Where, you're from New York? Listen, man. Feel what you really feel, but I'm telling you, for West Coast, In-N-Out, listen, we have a Whataburger here too on the strip.
Right.
But it doesn't matter which one's better, it's just about the flavor, man.
Right.
Freaking In-N-Out has its own thing, and it's a West Coast thing.
We're going to be here for a few days. I want to try all the
Yeah, there's a Whataburger here from the Midwest that's out on the strip.
I like to do a comparison.
Yeah, you gotta do those comparisons, man. So for sure. Like I said, hit up In-N-Out, hit up Whataburger, there's a White Castle here too on the strip, so
And I believe there's that heart attack burger.
Heart Attack Grill Burger. Like you can eat like a 8-pound burger in like 50 minutes free. You know, so
You want to try that? And we get
We'll
it
try to whenever we have time,
Say
yeah.
like 10 people eat that.
Vegas?
Yes.
No shit. Where I'm from New York? You're from New York, you're?
Yes. For WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Oh,
And
that's
celebrating this. Like,
Yeah, man. Oh, that's
So we got a championship. We got the undisputed WTF World Heavyweight Championship, the most prestigious title, not just in New York, but now in the entire world.
Oh, where's the FTW title? Where's Fuck the World?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a little bit backwards.
That was Taz's thing, all right? Oh, man, this is nice.
Yeah, and so we're actually exploring the fact that he has never ate an In-N-Out Burger before.
That's right. My problem is like, wait, now, did you get animal style? Make sure you get everything animal style.
number one.
You try your number one? Is it animal style everything?
What did I ask for?
Remember, whatever you get, you
No,
get double.
I just told him no onions.
Oh, okay. You get a double animal style, no onion.
Right.
That's what you gotta do.
All right, well, good.
What
Thank
do
you.
you get?
What am I get? That's probably what I might get. Okay. Not animal style. That's all right. Plus they had a secret menu, but that's good. Mike Batista, by the way.
Yeah.
Mike Betts.
All right, cool. So there you go.
Call me on Twitter.
Yeah,
Mike JB knows that.
There you go.
MikeJB KNOWS.
There you go.
Instagram and Twitter.
That's
I'm
what's
no
up.
Mike special. I'm just a dude.
you know, just giving advice about In-N-Out Burger.
Because I'm a Cali guy, but I've been down here
Yeah,
for 23 years.
we're from New York. WTF Wrestling.
So, WTF Wrestling, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, very simple to remember.
Yeah. And you should check out FSW Wrestling, Future Stars Wrestling, our local promotion here.
Right.
Cool. Come
All right,
check
cool.
it out. Future Stars Wrestling, that's where Karrion Kross got started. Chris Bay, you know, they're doing stuff all weekend, man. Yeah. You know,
That's how you start.
All right. See, look, everybody
The
is.
heavyweight championship.
See, everybody is very impressive with the World Championship, right?
The undisputed.
Undisputed, exactly.
Awesome, man. Way to go, bro. It is heavy.
I had to beat some. Well, I'm gonna curse. I had to beat some disrespectful little fuck for this belt. Now he knows better. That's it. That's why we're called What the Fuck Wrestling. All right, have a good one.
See, everybody's impressed with the title, right? You think Gunther would be
It's
impressed?
not just the title. It's the man who's holding it.
Who's not impressed, right? Or
Who's not impressed? Bitch Bradley right now. Where he's got to feed his 20 kids or whatever he has to do.
Yeah, that's
Nelson,
what-
all right, can I be honest with you? You know why I did this?
all right, why did you do it?
Does it even look a little familiar to you?
Not really. Well, sort of.
You don't remember about a month ago,
Yes,
a belt was taken out of the trash?
yes.
This don't look a little
Looks like something
Well,
similar to
let me
Chris.
explain. Let me explain. For those who don't know, I sent it to M&N. M&N sent it to JB Toys, and he upgraded it to this. That's what happened. Because you know why, Nelson? I love the Universal belt, and I love that new World Heavyweight belt. But why was Ace Bradley sniffing on it and putting his boogers all over it for? That's why I put them back in your possession, and that's it.
There you go. We're about to eat some In-N-Out Burger, so let's give it a taste test.
Taste test.
Now we have Angelo.
The fry test, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. 5 out of 5.
Oh, that woo! Tyrone Magnus, if he's watching.
Yeah, right.
But that's what he says. 5 out of 5 woos. You said it like him.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so now the burger test.
Sure. You just ate it now.
It tastes like somebody made this at a barbecue. A good barbecue. 10 out of 10 burger.
10 out of 10 burger. Okay, so that's it. Coming straight from Angelo. And Angelo can be very picky. So, I'll give that. So, that was a good burger.
I had my smoky drink. Now I had my In-N-Out burger. So far,
96, please. 96.
in Vegas, the food and drink,
Awesome. Yeah, I love In-N-Out burger. I've had it before. So I just wanted to see Angelo's reaction to an In-N-Out burger. Out in Las Vegas, by the way. So we're at
we're eating literally across the stadium for Wrestlemania.
Yeah, we're at 488 D Martin Drive. That's where we are right now. Like D Martin.
Oh, you know what's funny, but I brought you here. Well,
So there you go. There's Angelo's review of the In-N-Out burger. So there you go. Guys, welcome back. What do you think, Caroline? Not me like he reacted well to the In-N-Out burger.
Well, I mean, listen, like homie said, you get yourself a double, animal style. If you like onions, great. If not, hold the onions. But that's all you need with an ice cold Dr. Pepper. You don't like it, talk amongst yourselves.
There you go.
You don't have to like Dr. Pepper, but I'm just saying a double, animal style with the fries and an ice cold Dr. Pepper after a blunt is ethereal.
I think everybody agrees with that, right? Yeah.
This guy gets it.
Yes.
Okay? This guy gets it.
And yeah, way in the back watching the show.
I'm just saying, this guy gets it.
Yeah.
A nice fat backwood, and then you craving for a double, animal style with a nice cold drink. Game over.
There you go. Oh, during that segment, Angelo mentioned the smoky drink. For those who didn't know, Angelo tried out the smoky drink from a sugar thing.
Yes, it's sugar drink.
Yeah, but it's in Vegas, but they had, I think they're the only ones with a smoky drink. So I'm going to show you that real quick. So let's check it out. And then the rest of the stuff that we did in Vegas. All right, so let's check it out. So what do you think of this, Angelo?
What do I think of this? This is a drink fit for a king, for a champion. You see that? Even the belt is happy, Nelson. This is how you do it big in Las Vegas. Hey, it's Angelo Vega, WTF Undisputed Champion. You're not gonna believe this. Come here. Slot machines in 7-Eleven. Can you fucking believe this? Wake up, New York. Wake up. Look.
So you're just saying this
Hey, that's kind of genius to play.
Well, I knew that for years, but this is the first time you're seeing one.
This is cool.
Yeah, not joking either. Look, it's kind of wild. Yeah, only in Las Vegas you'll see slot machines at 7-Eleven while you're trying to get your drink on, if you will, if that makes any sense. Weird. But anyway. So, you want Fremont thing, huh?
We made it. Now this is Las Vegas. So cool. Very cool. You see this? This was the inspiration for the WrestleMania 41 stage, which is also the hotel from Back to the Future 2 in the dark timeline with Biff's Casino. Check it out. Can you get my photo with the Biffs?
If I could, give me that thing. Like a monumental moment here. This is how we take pictures with Angelo. It's typical of Angelo wanting to take a photo like this. Ready?
Everything?
I think this is better. Look at this.
Welcome to Las Vegas. Old school. Alrighty. Here we go. And that's all I'm gonna do. Hey, what's up to Angelo Vega? Now this is old school Vegas. You know how? Look at that. Old school, baby. Old school.
That's all right, guys. We are here at the John Wick Experience, of course, at Wrestlemania Weekend with Angelo Vega.
How you doing?
Yeah, so we couldn't film anything inside. So as you can see, that's the entrance to it. That's behind me. But unfortunately,
Can I say something?
we are unable to film it at the time.
You come here to Las Vegas, you have to do this.
John Wick Experience.
Felt like we were right in the fucking...
Yeah, exactly. Kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
So you got some souvenirs along the way.
Some souvenirs here. Especially. Keep talking.
Keep talking for white.
Keep talking.
You can show. He's going to show something
Now,
off.
we're going to show you something that has to do with John Wick.
What is it?
Very important in the movies. Give me 1 second. Okay, they really secured it. Like really, really secured it. But yeah, what did you think of it while I do this?
It was a fun experience. It was a unique experience. The people in there were great. You know, going along and everything. So that was pretty cool. I liked it.
The best part was guns. And when you see John Wick, you know what this is for.
Yep, the famous coin.
This coin grants you anything in the Continental. You can even get your life saved with this coin.
And I think it just happened a little while ago.
Yes, exactly. Literally.
No, so what happened was...
As we were leaving, something...
Yeah.
The ceiling came down.
Yeah, while we were away. Yeah, it was not even part of the show. I thought it was, but it wasn't.
You know what? It was a bonus feature.
Yeah,
How about
exactly.
that?
It was above me, and it just lucky it did not hit me or you. But I think...
yeah. If it did, we would have had money in Las Vegas.
Anyways, so yeah, that's our John Wick experience. It was a fun experience.
I highly recommend you come to Vegas, do this. Oh, and if you like other things, look across the street. There's an Army of a Dead experience.
There you go. All right, so more stuff from Las Vegas. So there you go.
Yes.
All right, guys, welcome back to WTF Wrestling Outlaws. There's a lot that we did in Vegas that couldn't hold up in 28 minutes. We're going to do a little bit of a part 2 next week of our WrestleMania coverage.
Well, to be fair, you know, Las Vegas, also known as Sin City, is one hell of a town. You know, you got Fremont Street, aka Times Square. You also have just the old strip and everything in between. I always say this. If you have not been to Vegas before, I recommend you do at least 5 days out there to truly experience it. 5 days. That's all you need. 5 days, a week minimum, maybe 10.
Yeah. And you've been to Vegas with us for
Yes.
AVNs and everything.
Many, many times I've been to Vegas. It is awesome. It's practically tradition. I gotta get my devil's lettuce, for I am a vegan, and I have to get my In-N-Out burger.
There you go.
It's a must.
Yeah, I got an In-N-Out burger when you go out. And then check out Whataburger as well.
Yes,
And Whataburger, yeah. And more importantly, Jack in the Box. You know, I know Natural 4 Photos is a big fan of it.
yeah.
Jack in the Box, there you go. So
And my West Coast Taco Bell Del Taco.
there you go. And before we go anywhere else, like I said, next week we're gonna have more footage from WrestleMania, including WrestleCon.
Yes.
They'll be in Vegas. They were in Vegas, well, for WrestleMania weekend, of course, and they will be in East Waterford for SummerSlam weekend.
Yeah.
And SummerSlam is where Cardi B is going to be involved.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, and if anybody from Cardi B's camp, we would like to interview here one day, if we could.
Yes, for those who actually watch or care, if, you know, Cardi B's team, if you are listening, you have quite the fan base over here in your hometown of New York, New York.
Including our backstage.
Including our producer. So hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So we greatly appreciate it if you actually get this.
Yeah.
Thanks. Don't call us, we'll call you.
There you go. So with that, Caroline, where can we find you before we go?
And you can find this cunt at linktree.com/goddessofmusic87, where you can find all of my social media outlets, including my band In the Next Life at linktree.com/In the Next Life.
There you go. So with that, next week we're going to have a second part of our coverage of WrestleMania weekend that includes WrestleCon that I did. I interviewed Bella Alfonso. That was a fun episode, fun interview. So you got to check that out. And more WrestleMania footage along the way. So with that, this is Nelson Torres, along with the goddess of music herself, Caroline.
Yo.
And don't forget, every Tuesday night at 11 p.m., all new WTF TV. So don't forget that. So with that, we will see you guys next time in an all new episode of WTF TV.